Right now, I need you to ask yourself one question. What's the bigger risk? Playing it safe, holding back, living a life half-lived, or diving headfirst into the storm, risking everything and reaching heights you've only imagined? Every great achievement, every legendary story starts with a single step into the unknown. Fear will scream at you. Doubt will...
My hunch is, if there's a God, he's saying go for the 100 and get 8. Don't settle for the small victories that feel safe. Don't aim for the easy wins that barely stretch you. Life isn't about checking boxes or coming back with even money. It's about diving into the unknown, risking failure, and challenging yourself beyond what you thought possible. If you're not taking enough risk to fail, to stumble, to miss the mark entirely, what are you really doing with your life? Playing it safe won't lead to greatness. It won't ignite your potential. True growth, true achievement comes from stepping into the arena, putting it all on the line, and daring to live a life fully lived. A life that scares you, excites you, and pushes you to your limits. You cannot afford to settle, because the world rewards those who risk everything for something extraordinary. Feelings are strange bets, emotions we invest in, stakes we put on the line without even realizing it. They demand courage, yet we often hold back, keep one foot out, retreat.
We have to define success for ourselves and then put in the work to maintain it. Tend the garden. Keep the things that are important in good shape. Don't just study the result. Study the journey. Study what the person was doing when they got there. Everybody who's achieved something great was some sort of outlaw, some sort of hustler, out of balance, in the dark. Dreams wake them in the middle of the night, nightmares of their past haunting them, yet they keep going. Prioritize who you are, not just who the world tells you to be, but who you know yourself to be deep down. Be intentional about the person you're becoming. Guard your character like it's sacred, because it is. Don't spend your time, your energy, or your peace on anything or anyone that antagonizes your values. The world will try to pull you in 100 directions, some tempting, some destructive, but your integrity must remain unmoved. Trust yourself. Do the work even when no one's watching. Look in the mirror and say, "We're not letting this slide anymore." No more excuses. No more halfway efforts. Growth demands sacrifice, but not all sacrifice is loss. Sometimes you give up what's cheap today for something priceless tomorrow. Sacrifice a plastic ring today for a gold crown tomorrow. Sacrifice comfort now for freedom later. Sacrifice small pleasures today for a healthier, stronger future. Not just for yourself, but for the ones who will follow you, for the children who will inherit the world you build.
Be brave. Take the hill. Push past fear, past doubt, past the voice that says maybe later. But before you charge forward, stop and ask yourself, what's your hill? What's the battle worth fighting for? The dream worth bleeding for? The purpose worth your full devotion? Whatever it is, chase it with courage, but never at the cost of your soul, because no victory is worth winning if it leaves you empty inside. So many people are obsessed with living longer instead of living better. We chase longevity as if more years automatically mean more life, pouring energy into diets, routines, and treatments that promise to stretch the clock. But in the process, we often forget to ask a far more important question. What are we doing with the time we already have? Longevity is valuable, yes. Each added year can be a gift. But are we measuring the quality of those years or just their number? A long life without depth, purpose, or joy can feel empty, no matter how impressive it looks on paper. Real success lies in finding harmony between quantity and quality. in living not just for the future, but fully in the present. The years we spend alive mean little if they aren't filled with meaning, connection, and growth. It's not the length of our lives that defines us, but the richness of the moments we choose to create. Death is inevitable. None of us can escape it, no matter how fiercely we resist or how carefully we live. It is the one truth that unites all living things, a quiet certainty that shadows every heartbeat. Yet, whether we face it today or tomorrow, death should not be seen as an enemy. It is not the opposite of life, but rather a natural part of its rhythm. Life, in its essence, is on our side, a gift that invites us to experience, to love, to create, and to grow. Time, too, is not our adversary. It isn't rushing against us, trying to steal moments away, but flowing with us, carrying us through the changing seasons of existence. When we understand this, when we accept both life and death as companions rather than opposites, we can finally live with clarity and purpose. Each day becomes more precious, not because it might be our last, but because it is ours to truly live. The courage to persist isn't just about getting back up each time you fall. That's resilience. Real courage is learning to step aside, observe, and ask, why do I keep making the same mistake? Why do I keep stepping in the same pothole, twisting my ankle, failing in the same spot? There's a unique circle of hell reserved for those who keep repeating the same errors. But awareness and reflection transform that hell into growth. Life is full of mirrors. Everywhere we turn, reflections stare back at us. They're not made of glass alone, but of moments, choices, and relationships. Every situation, every person we meet shows us a piece of ourselves, our fears, our patterns, our desires. The living hell isn't something that exists outside of us. It's born within the reflection, in the endless repetition of the same mistakes, the same emotional cycles, the same unhealed wounds.
When you lose trust in yourself, when you betray your own word or abandon your inner truth, it creates fractures that echo through every corner of your life. Each broken promise leaves a residue, and over time, those small betrayals accumulate until you can't recognize the person in the mirror anymore. You begin to feel the weight of your own contradictions, the tension between who you are and who you wish to be. That's when the mirror becomes your teacher. Transformation doesn't start with denial or escape. It begins with the courage to truly look, to acknowledge the reflection without flinching, to face your own patterns, and to accept responsibility for them. Only then can change take root, not as a sudden revelation, but as a conscious decision to act differently, to honor your word, to rebuild trust one choice at a time. Because the mirror doesn't lie. It reflects both the pain and the potential within you. And when you finally stop running from it, you discover that the reflection isn't your enemy. It's your path to freedom. I remember making courageous choices in my life, turning down opportunities, taking risks, stepping out of Hollywood when it seemed reckless. But I had clarity. I rolled the dice. I trusted myself. And that trust, that commitment to my own vision, made everything possible. Courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet, steadfast voice at 4 a.m. reminding you to stay the course, to honor your commitments, and to take the risk anyway.
Confidence doesn't come from luck or talent alone. It comes from repeated action, from showing up day after day, pushing past doubt, and trusting the process. It's about observing your instincts, learning when to act and when to wait, and understanding the rhythm of your own capabilities. Confidence comes from knowing who your audience is, whether it's the people you serve, the ones who challenge you, or simply yourself. and creating a plan that aligns with purpose and vision. It's executing with precision, yes, but also with patience, allowing yourself room to grow, fail, and refine. And perhaps most importantly, confidence is understanding that highs and lows, pleasures and pains, victories and setbacks are all part of life's journey. Outward outcomes, success, recognition, applause, or failure do not define who you are. Your identity is built in the moments when no one is watching, in the consistency of your effort, in the courage to rise after every fall. Confidence is knowing that regardless of results, your value, your strength, and your potential remain unshakable. Be quick, but don't hurry. That was John Wooden's advice. Rush too fast, and you miss the details, miss the foundation. Build carefully, deliberately, and the last piece will fit perfectly. Time is on our side. Death is not the enemy. Life and time are tools to be respected, understood, and used wisely. Today, we live in an era of accelerated information, a world where everything moves faster, updates quicker, and demands more of our attention than ever before. The stream of data never stops. It flows endlessly through our screens, our devices, our thoughts. Notifications become the new heartbeat of modern life. But more data doesn't necessarily mean more understanding. In fact, the louder the world becomes, the harder it is to truly listen. Everything is amplified. Voices, opinions, trends, noise. Yet genuine significance often gets lost in the echo. We scroll, we consume, we react, but rarely do we pause to reflect. The pace of progress has outstripped the pace of perception. We've become experts at gathering information, but novices at distilling meaning. Somewhere between the rush of updates and the silence we've forgotten to seek, we must rediscover rhythm, the tempo that gives life its balance. We must find the soul behind the statistics, the narrative behind the numbers, the human story hidden beneath the surface of endless data. Because the true measure of progress is not in how much we produce or how fast we move, but in the depth of our understanding, the quality of our connections, and the richness of our inner life. Technology can accelerate time, but only awareness can give it depth. Amidst the noise, the challenge of our age is not to know more, but to feel more, to slow down enough to find meaning in the motion.
Because the true measure of progress is not in how much we produce or how fast we move, but in the depth of our understanding, the quality of our connections, and the richness of our inner life. Technology can accelerate time, but only awareness can give it depth. Amidst the noise, the challenge of our age is not to know more, but to feel more, to slow down enough to find meaning in the motion. So ask yourself, what's the bigger risk? Playing safe, holding back, and achieving less than you could? Or diving fully in, risking everything, and achieving more than you ever imagined? Your hill awaits. That challenge, that dream, that calling that only you can conquer. Your life is waiting, full of possibilities, but it won't wait forever. Time is on your side, but only if you step in rhythm with it, move with intention, and refuse to be idle. Don't let moments slip through your fingers unnoticed. Don't let fear or doubt dictate your pace. Dance with time. Feel its pulse. Engage fully in every action, every decision, and every opportunity that comes your way. Invest fully. Your energy, your heart, your mind into the climb, into the growth, into the journey itself. Risk fully, because without risk, there is no reward, no transformation, no story worth telling. The hill is more than a goal. It's a test of your courage, your persistence, and your willingness to commit to a life of meaning. Step boldly, step intentionally, and know that with every deliberate step, you are moving closer to the person you were born to become. Sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. Face failure, embrace the struggle, learn from the mirror, commit to yourself, commit to the dream, commit to the climb. Because courage isn't just about getting back up after you fall. True courage is deeper. It's the unwavering ability to look at your life with clarity, to see every mistake, every setback, every scar, and recognize that they are lessons, not limitations. Courage is seeing where you've been, understanding the patterns that have held you back, and imagining the heights you are capable of reaching. It's daring to dream bigger than your fears, to plan boldly despite uncertainty, and to step into the unknown with relentless determination. Courage is saying to yourself, I will go even when the path is unclear. I will risk even when failure feels inevitable. I will live fully, embracing both pain and pleasure as part of the journey. I will win, not because victory is guaranteed, but because I refuse to let fear dictate my life. Every courageous act, no matter how small, compounds. Every step forward is a declaration that you will not be defined by doubt, that you will not settle for mediocrity, that you are committed to becoming the strongest, bravest version of yourself.